We tap a button on a piece of glass, and almost instantly, a car shows up, a movie starts playing, or a coffee arrives. But have you ever wondered what actually happens in the few milliseconds after your finger lifts off that glass? To make that moment happen, your request has to travel through a highly organized digital assembly line known as system architecture. It is easier to understand if you imagine that architecture as a massive, high-tech restaurant. Every part of your favorite app maps to a specific room in this building. By looking inside this virtual kitchen, we can see how digital services stay organized and reliable, even when millions of people are using them at the same time. The client and presentation layer is the dining room. This is the app or website where you interact with the menus and decorations. To speed things up, modern systems use content delivery networks, or CDNs. These act like local waiter stations. They deliver basic, repetitive content, like images or text, quickly, without requiring a slow trip all the way back to the kitchen. At the front door, we have the network and traffic management layer. These are the hosts and the bouncers, also known as firewalls, who check every visitor to make sure they are actually allowed inside. Among these hosts is a tool called a load balancer. It perfectly distributes the incoming crowd across different servers, so no single area of the restaurant gets overwhelmed. Without this frontline traffic management, a sudden spike in popularity would instantly crush the infrastructure and crash the app for everyone. Behind the dining room sits the application logic layer. This is the kitchen, where the actual work and calculations of the app take place. Older systems were built like a kitchen with just one giant oven. If that oven broke, the entire restaurant stopped serving food. Modern apps use microservices. These are isolated, specialized cooking stations. One station handles your login, another handles your payments, and another manages your search results, all working independently. This isolation makes the system incredibly resilient. If the payment station has a problem, the rest of the kitchen keeps running. This is exactly why a platform's messaging feature can go offline while the video player continues to work perfectly. To cook, you need ingredients. The data and storage layer is the restaurant's deep pantry and refrigerators, holding every piece of information the app needs to function. We use a relational database for organized, text-based data, like user accounts and passwords. It's like a highly structured filing cabinet, where every piece of information has an exact, predictable spot. For larger items like videos and images, we use object storage. Think of this as a massive warehouse for bulky ingredients that don't fit into a neat filing cabinet. Finally, caches act like small line fridges placed right next to the chefs. They hold the most popular items for instant access, so the kitchen doesn't have to wait for a delivery from the warehouse. Organizing data by speed and size is why your text profile loads in an instant, while a heavy video gallery takes a moment to retrieve from deep storage. To keep all these rooms connected, the integration and messaging layer acts like a set of invisible rails, passing instructions between all the different stations. Here, a message broker acts as a digital waiting room. If a kitchen station is too busy to take an order immediately, the ticket sits safely in this queue until a chef is ready to receive it. The security and identity layer is the cashier and the vault. It authenticates users and locks away sensitive business credentials, so they are never left out in the open. Watching over everything is the DevOps and observability layer. This is the restaurant manager, using a control room of dashboards and alert lights to monitor the health of every single room. These background layers act as the ultimate safety net, ensuring the application stays secure and online 24 hours a day. When you tap a button, that request flies through the front door, passes the bouncer, gets routed to the right kitchen station, grabs an ingredient from the pantry, and zips back to your screen. This perfectly choreographed sequence repeats millions of times every second, spanning data centers worldwide. Every independent layer works together to create a single, unified experience on your phone. The next time you tap a button and something happens instantly, you are seeing the result of a carefully planned system architecture.